Hey everyone, Linda here. Welcome back to AdoreR. Hope everyone having a fantastic, glorious Friday. Happy Friday. Coming to you today, I have a book haul. Yes, I've been buying more books. No excuse, no excuses, no excuses. I just love books. But I also wanted to show you what I'm reading on now. I didn't post Tuesday or Thursday because I didn't really have a reader's update because I just started reading this. And I got this when I went back and took the other books that I got from the library. I took those back and I saw this. Another Linda Howard, of course. And this is Prey. This is another romantic mystery or romantic suspense. And I also had two more books on my murder mystery list, TBR list that I need to finish. But as you know, I need to finish this because this came from the library. So I need to finish this before I have to take it back. So the other two books, I probably won't finish them before the end of this month. So I'll just add those two romantic suspense to my TBR for next month. And I'll do an updated April TBR for next month. This is on what page am I on in this? I'm on page 59. I just started reading this. Yeah, I'm doing the most reading lately, so I just started this. This is the only thing I've read. I didn't even, like I said, I didn't even read the others. I haven't even started reading on the other two. I just started reading this one. And this is on Angie Powell and Dare Callahan. They are they own like hunting business. They take people out on hunting trips, and they kind of got a little well, Angie really don't like Dare because I guess this is like a small town, and she used to only have, I guess her business was the only one like would take people out. And where are they? They stay in Montana. They in some part of rural western Montana. And I guess her place was the only place that you can go to if you want to go on a hunting trip. You can go to her business because she was the only one in town until Dare showed up. Now he's giving her a lot of competition, and because he's a man, most people like to go. I'm gonna go with this guy because he probably know more than this woman know. Yeah, that don't always be the case all the time because women know more than men sometimes. But that's why she's losing a lot of business, and she ends up losing money also. So she can't stand there. She was like, look, he done came here ruining my business, and he's just giving her some stiff competition. And she's gonna so she's ending up having to she's gonna sell out. Well, she's gonna move her business and sell in her house or whatever. But before she do that, she's gonna go out on one more hunting expedition, and that's where it's really gonna start because she's gonna take these two guys out on a hunting expedition, and then something's gonna happen on that expedition, and that's like where you get the suspense part of it, I guess. So I was like, let me check this out. It sounded good, and like I said, I'm on page 59 right now, so I'm reading on this. And like I said, I doubt if I get through to the other two books this month, and I'll add them to my April TBR. So let's get on with the haul here. First up, I have Do You Feel It? I ordered this off of Amazon. I saw this when I was on Amazon, and I saw this cover. Look at that cover. Isn't it beautiful? I was like, let me read the synopsis of this and see do I like it, because I think I mentioned on here before, I like buying books for the cover. If I really like that cover, I'll buy the book. So I was like, hopefully the synopsis will sound good. Let me read a little bit of the synopsis on this one. I'm not going to read the synopsis on all of them. I'll just read it on some of them. I'll read this one because, yeah, this cover is beautiful. For urban legend hunter and television host Gabe Powers, it's business. Investigate the most notorious haunted places in Savannah. I always wanted to go, did I say Savannah? Savannah. I always wanted to go to Savannah, Georgia. So one day, maybe I'll get to go there. It sounds like a nice place. And let's continue this. Look, I'm getting all off track. Then he meets the new sound engineer, a dewy Georgia peach who may just turn his gig into impure pleasure. All it takes is one night for them to conquer floor rattling, wall banging moans, but they're not from the ghost. blame the rippling abs, the cocky swagger, the granite jawline, the whole muscle bulging package. But Gabe is bringing out good girl Lily Jameson's dirty side. Damn her code of conduct contract. This isn't just a molding hot flame. This sounds like it's gonna be some hot and steamy is going on in this one. And this Do You Feel It Too by Nicola Rendell. So that sounded good. I got this from Amazon, off of Amazon. And next, these other books I have here, these are from, I went out to go out to eat with some co-workers of mine. And we all met in Madison, Tennessee. And in Madison, they have like a used bookstore. And every time I go to Madison, I always have to stop at the bookstore. Yeah, I had to go in there. And I found a couple of books. First off, I have here is historical. They done cut the edge off of it. But it was, I think I paid $2.50 for this. Even though it says 69 cents down here, I think I paid $2.50. This is by Janis Reams Hudson. I think I read her before. When I saw her name, I was like, let me try this out. And this is Wild Texas Flame. And this is a historical. And when was this published? Let me see. It's in good shape except for where they cut this edge off. I don't know why they do that to books, like they cut the edge off. Yeah, I haven't figured that out yet. Let's see. And then you can tell this book has been around because it's got all kinds of stamp in it. This is, and the place where I went to is called the Book Attic. They stamped it. Let's see when this was published. This was published in 1992. And it's a historical romance. I won't read the back of this. I like that cover. You got your horses back there in the background. And it's in excellent shape. Next, I have One Little Sin. Lynn Carlyle, she's a favorite historical author of mine. If you haven't tried any of her books, you need to check them out. Lynn Carlyle, One Little Sin. I'll read a little bit of this. He was a scoundrel, a scamp, and a hopeless skirt chaser. So it shouldn't have been so surprising when Sir Alistair awoke after a night of debauchery to see a young lass on his doorstep with a baby in her arms. She was beautiful, brazen, and utterly bankrupt, so it shouldn't have been so shocking when Miss Hamilton accepted the Rose's scandalous proposal to move in with him and become the baby governess. One little sin brought them together, but when one man's wicked charms are matched by one woman's fiery spirit, one little sin can lead to another and another and another. So that sounded good. I don't know if I got this or not, but I didn't remember when I read the synopsis. I didn't remember, so I was like, let me get it and check it out. Liz Carlyle, excellent author. If you like historical romance, and if you would like to read one, if you would like to read, or if you're starting reading historical, I highly recommend her as the author for historicals. Let's look at the picture in here and get it out of that. Lamp is shining right on there. That's a nice picture. I like it. Can you see him? He holding a little baby. That's nice. Next, I have Loretta Chase. She's another author that I like to read who writes historical, and this is called Duke Preferred Blondes. And let's look at the picture here. Oh, this some hot and steaming is going on right there. I'm not going to read the back of that, but this is in good shape too. Like I mentioned, I got these from used bookstores. This is in excellent shape. This look like it's brand new right here. Look like the spine don't even look like it's been creased. Next, I have another Loretta Chase. This is The Last Hellion. Oh, let me tell you when these were published. I'm sorry. Let's see here. This one, the Duke's Preferred Blonde, was published in 2016. And this one was published in, let's see here, 2005. Let me see, did they have a price in here? I paid $3.50 for this one. And this one, I paid $4 for this one. And this is, like I said, this is another by Loretta Chase, The Last Hellion. I paid $3 for this one. Let's see when this was published. This was published in 1998. And I read a little bit of this. Oh, I think the synopsis is in the front of the book. She needed to be tamed. She was a breathtaking firebrand. And Vere Mallory, the notorious Duke of Anneswood, has never seen anything quite like her. Although he thought he was rescuing Lydia Greenville from the clutches of a renowned minstrel, he quickly discovers she is angry at his interference. Amused by the sultry Hellcat fury, Mallory vows to teach her some humility in life and in love. So that sounded interesting. So let me try this out because, like I mentioned, I like Loretta Chase. I like her writing, so I was like, let me give this a try. Next I have, and the last three I have here, these are Romantic Suspense by Jayne Krentz. And this is called When All the Girls Have Gone by Jayne Krentz. I hope I'm pronouncing that last name right. And this was $4. I'm still on the murder mystery, so romantic suspense kick, so so let me try these out. This was published in 2016, so that hasn't been too long ago. And let's see here, I'll read you a little bit of the, if I can read it in here. When Charlotte Sawyer is unable to contact her stepsister Jocelyn to tell her that one of her closest friends was found dead, she discovers that Jocelyn has vanished. Beautiful, brilliant, and reckless, Jocelyn has gone off the grid before, but never like this. In a desperate effort to find her, Charlotte joins forces with Mac Coulter, a struggling PI who recently moved to Seattle after his previous career as a criminal profiler went down in flames. Literally burned out, divorced, and almost broke, Max needs the job. After surviving a near-fatal attack, Charlotte and Max turn to Jocelyn's closest friends, women in a Seattle-based online investment club, for answers. But what they find is chilling. So that sounded interesting. So I was like, let me check this one out. And I paid $4. If I haven't mentioned, I paid $4 for that. Jayne Krentz, When All the Girls Have Gone. That sounded really interesting. Next I have, and these books are in fantastic shape. This is Jayne Krentz, Promise Not to Tell. This is look, the spine haven't even been creased in this one. And I read a little bit of, and I love this cover. Look at that. Read a little bit of this. Seattle gallery owner Virginia Troy has spent years battling the demons that stem from her childhood time in a cult. And the night a fire burned through the compound, killing her mother. And now one of her artists has taken her own life, but not before sending Virginia a last picture, a painting that makes Virginia doubt everything about the so-called suicide in her own past. Like Virginia, private investigator Cabot Sutton was one of the children in the cult who survived the fire, and only he can help her now. As they struggle to unravel the clues in the painting, it becomes clear that someone thinks Virginia knows more than she does and that she must be stopped. That sounded interesting, and I paid $4 for this one too. And I got one more that I got from the used bookstore, and this is also Jayne Krentz, Trust No One. This one has been read. The spine is creased on this one, and I'm not going to read the synopsis of this one, but I liked all of these cover. That what caught my attention too. The covers on these was excellent, and I'm not finished yet. And the next part of the haul is going to be books I have purchased off of Amazon. Yeah, I got on Amazon, and yeah, I went a little crazy on there. So let me get those. Open this first package up. One of these, a couple of these books a couple of these books I've already mentioned that I wanted to purchase in my last, when I did my reader's update. So it's going to be a couple of books that I said I was going to purchase. So let's go through these two. First up I have, you all know I love Penelope Ward and by Keeland. So the first book, this is like book one. This is in a series. I don't know what the series is called. Maybe Rebel something. Because this is book one, Rebel Heir. And this is book two, Rebel Heart. Look at those covers. Nice. I'll read a little bit of synopsis of this. How to kick off a great summer in the Hamptons. Snag a gorgeous rental on the beach. Check. Get a job at a trendy summer hunt. Check. How to screw up a great summer in the Hamptons. Fall for the one guy with a dark leather jacket, scruff on his face, and intense eyes that doesn't fit in with the rest of the Tony-looking crowd. A guy you can't have when you'll be leaving at the end of the season. Check, check, check. I should add, especially when the guy is your sexy tattooed god of a boss. They like writing a lot of office or boss and employee relationships. They do a lot of that. So it's a series. I'll try to, let me see. I was hoping that it had in here with this series. Maybe it's the Rebel series. I'm not for sure, but it's 2 books, book 1 and book 2. So I got both of them, and I'm going to check it out because, like I said, I highly recommend by Keeland and Penelope Ward. They are excellent writers. So I got these 2. Next up, got a box that I got from Amazon. Let's see what's in here. Oh, it's Red Leaf by Paullina Simmons. This is a book I mentioned that I wanted to purchase, and I got this for the cover. I like this cover. And I don't know if I'm going to read this or not. Maybe, but really, I got it for the cover, and I wanted to go ahead and get it because, you know, some of these authors, when they do a cover and then they republish the book and the cover that you liked the first time is gone, and then you didn't get the book and the cover is gone. Yeah. So I was like, let me go ahead and get this. I'll read a little bit of this. As the star player of a and this has the male character from what her book was called, something about a girl in New York or something in Times Square. The lead character is also in this book, Spencer O'Malley. He's in this book, but I think he's younger. I think I mentioned that he's young. He's younger in this book. As the star player of Dartmouth College women's basketball team, Karina Kim is beautiful, intelligent, and fearless. Though she's just 21, Christina has already had her share of heartaches and dark secrets that haunts her. She's best friend with Connie, Albert, and Jim, but only Albert seems to really know her. With long dark hair, tattoos, and a rebellious streak, Albert doesn't fit in with the rest of the clean-cut Ivy Leagues. Like Christina, he has his share of secrets that are beginning to unravel their intimate circle of friends. When Detective Spencer O'Malley goes to investigate something suspicious at the foot of a steep hill on Dartmouth campus, he doesn't expect that the frozen naked body found deep in the snow will belong to Christina Kim, the remarkable young woman he met recently who entranced him. Now Spencer will never know if the chemistry he had with her was real. All he can do is find her killer. So this is like a suspense novel. I don't know if it's going to have any romance in it, but I bought it for the cover, and I bought it because it was also on Spencer O'Malley, because I think I mentioned in the other book that I liked Spencer character in that book. So I was like, let me try this one out. And this is Red Leaves by Paullina Simmons. And I love that cover, how they got that cover. All right, and I have one more package here. Open this one up, and then I will be finished. And I will let you all go back to your day. Cut this open. Oh, we got 2 books in here. What we got in here? Oh, here's the book I read. So I mentioned I was going to purchase the book. So here it is, because the book I read, I had got it from the library. So this is the book that Spencer was in, and he's older in this book. And this is The Girl in Times Square. And I mentioned that I had a love-hate relationship with this book, but I enjoyed it more than I hated it, because, yeah, some of that writing in there, yeah, but we're not going to get into that. But I got the book, The Girl in Times Square, Paullina Simmons, and like I said, it also has Spencer O'Malley in here, and he's older. He's in his 40s in this book. Sorry about that. My camera went out. And last but not least, I got another book by Paullina Simmons. And this is The Horseman. And so I know this is going to be a love story, because I tell you right here, a love story. And I also like this cover too. And this is a series, I think. So I'm just going to read. I am going to read this book if I don't read Red Leaf, but I am going to read this one and see, do I want to purchase the rest of the series. And look, my edge has been bent. What? Why? I know. What is that? Author's Insight Extra. Oh, I guess the author has written some at the end of the book. Her insights on the story, I guess. But one of you recommended this. You say you really enjoyed it, so I'm going to give it a try. I like how this book is so floppy. Look at it. I think all of these are kind of like that. Yep. I like how these books are. They're very floppy. But that's all I have. This is the last book that I have, and it's The Horseman by Paullina Simmons. So that's my book haul for, I guess, my March book haul. So that's it. And hopefully I can read a couple of books. Maybe I have a couple books finished by next Tuesday and I can do a reader's update. But if I don't, I'll probably be coming and doing an April TBR. But for now, that's it. And until next time, keep reading those romances and I'll see you all later.